Welcome to the final episode of Season 4. This one's a little different because it's best enjoyed on YouTube. We'll be sharing lots of photos and videos throughout the episode, so if you want the full experience, head over and watch along with us. Thanks for tuning in, and let's get into it.
Hello, good morning, and welcome to another episode of the Rats Get Fat podcast. I am your host, Zuzz.
And I am Jake Straat.
We are in the lovely town of Fremantle this morning.
All the way in Western Australia.
Yeah,
We've
pretty much as far away from home as you could get.
Yeah, we came all the way from Cairns to talk to a very important gentleman within our industry.
Yeah.
And we'd like to introduce the owner of 5-Star Tattoo in Fremantle and tattoo pioneer, Ricky Luder.
Hey, Ricky.
Hey,
Hey, Ricky, how are you, mate?
how you going there, guys? You're correct, and it's the most isolated capital city in the Western world. You can't really get any further from anywhere to here where you are, so thanks for bothering.
It's crazy. It's a long way to come.
It is a long way to come.
It's the polar opposite spectrum from Cairns.
Yeah.
Cairns is tropical and like warm, and we've got crocodiles and reef, and out here it's beautiful beaches and it is isolated.
Dust, sand,
Super dry.
lots of things that'll kill you.
Yeah. Hell yeah. No, it's nice though. Really been enjoying it. It's my first time out to Perth and Fremantle. It's really, really sick.
It is sick.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful part of the world.
A lot of history here.
Fremantle's got a huge history in maritime from the pirate days.
Yeah.
Convicts, redcoats, pirates, and a huge tattoo history here, about 120 years of history that we can actually prove through Trove and different documents in West Australia. Guys like Gus Wagner, before Charlie Wagner, he's been logged coming in and out of ships in Fremantle in the 1890s, and in Maryborough in Queensland when it used to be a port.
Really?
He was a hand poker. You've heard of Gus Wagner, of course.
Yes.
Augustus Wagner. His wife bought one of the first cameras, travelled the world and did some of the first postcards while he was hand poking.
Crazy.
Unreal.
Yeah, it's just a Pandora's box of history in the tattoo world that unfortunately hasn't really been explored by proper, correct tattoo historians. So maybe one day you guys can do something to alleviate
Yeah.
the misappropriations of history.
We're trying our hardest.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's good. You've got to get to the old guys while we're all still alive. So much history's gone, but
Yeah.
the tattoo history in this town's enormous.
100%.
Commercial tattooing in studios or shops.
100%.
Yeah.
Correct.
How long have you been tattooing now, Ricky?
My 50th anniversary is next month, September. Perth Royal Show 1974.
Crazy.
So 50 years in the industry. I used to tattoo out. I'll show you the shops out the back. I used to tattoo it in these 3 windows up there during the America's Cup.
No way.
About 8 studios and 44 years in Fremantle. Again, I haven't closed any studios. Always developers come along and kick you out and develop it and go broke. And sometimes you can rent it back when they've finished mucking around in the tattoo trough.
Sure.
Bloody hell.
Anyway, yeah.
It's sick. This shop location is so rad. I love like the front windows. There's so much history there.
Yes, it's the West End is the jewel of the crown, not just in Fremantle. Fremantle started from the Roundhouse Jail right there.
Oh, really?
WA started. Albany was here first. Fremantle was here 35 years before Perth.
Yep.
So WA grew from 100 metres away down High Street, and we're in the jewel of the crown. There's not many places, even in Perth, like this. Fremantle's been one of the better tattoo meccas in the West for many years. If you tattoo in Fremantle, that's where we all are.
Yep.
Yes.
They're scattered across Perth, but Fremantle clients know that they can come here and they've got the choice, I think, about 5 or 6 studios at the moment. Most of them are gone secret squirrel, electric doors, secret email, double knocks to get in, and then you're lucky if they'll let you in anyway. And
Yeah.
they need 3 months' notice to write mum on your wrist and all the rest of it, right? But we're a walk-in studio.
Yes.
Yeah.
Half upstairs is pretty well appointments. or walk-ins. Downstairs we cater for walk-ins. A huge trade.
Yeah.
Well, I've even been tattooed here.
There you go.
I came here several years ago to work at Holdfast Tattoo, Susie Q's shop in East Vic Park.
Yes.
And I wanted to make the pilgrimage. It's not much of a pilgrimage, but I wanted to make the trip out to Fremantle from Perth.
Yeah.
So I walked through the front door and met you and met all the crew.
Yep.
And I got a tattoo on my ribs from Greg. He did this right here.
Yep.
So sick.
And it was very painful, but I had a great time. And I liked the fact that I could walk in and go about getting a tattoo here.
So many customers tell us all the time, look, amazing that we can just get a tattoo now on the spot. That's what it's all about. You want a pie, you're hungry, you don't go to the pie shop and they say, come back in a month. And you go, really? No, I want a pie now, right? And then you've heard the book's closed and all the rest. They're not booked out at all. I've got employees or people that have come to work with me who told me that they weren't allowed to do a walk-in on the day.
Sure.
Not allowed to do it. You can sit there all day and do nothing. You've got to make out that you're that booked out, you're that great. This is why you can charge $1,200 or $150, you know? It's like...
Sure. Really?
Yeah, a lot of things going on in the tattoo world that would never have happened in my day. They wouldn't have lasted 5 minutes. Just the way it was. You had to be honest with your clients.
Yeah.
They feed you. Without your client, you've got nothing.
Without the client, we are nothing. We're just...
And we hear all the horror stories there, how we hear it all, we see it all, we fix it all up. Not everywhere. There's some great tattooers out there, but more than half in the West at the moment shouldn't be in the industry. They're fooling themselves, their clients, and try to fool us old-timers, and doesn't work.
Mm-hmm. You can't do it.
You can't do it. And then 5 years later, they're trying to rape some other industry, and, you know. Yeah. At the moment, like I said, we've got a new shop starting in Fremantle. I think it's got 16 or 19 beds in. They're going to bring over Korean artists. They're all hidden upstairs as holiday visas, you know.
Oh, really?
It's out of control. The snouts in the tattoo trough are becoming really unbearable. Okay. The commercial people, you know, they own most of the pigment companies and everything, and 2 conventions on one weekend. You know, what's going on here? Yeah, really. Crazy. You know, there's only so much. The tattoo, it's a carcass now. The tattoo carcass, now it's being picked over, which is sad for the industry. I keep hearing, they'll all drop off, but after every convention, there's another 30 or 40 young apprentices that go there or become apprentices. They see this and they think, we're going to do this, which is fair enough. Got to have progress. But I think we're at saturation point now. The supply far exceeds the demand, in Fremantle anyway. I don't know about the rest of the world.
It's pretty bananas.
Well, a lot of the big cities are.
Yeah, they're pretty saturated.
So what are you saying?
Yeah, well, like, for how small Australia's population really is for its size, it's crazy.
Over the top.
It's bananas.
Well, a lot of my friends and stuff that are in Sydney and Melbourne are contemplating getting other jobs because they just can't survive.
Well, this is happening through the industry here as well. I've got a few that are actually leaving to go FIFO up north. Yeah. Because you get 120 grand a year for cleaning dunnies or whatever you get up there, you see. And so the ones that are staying, I've got a few guys here that have, some guys I've had for 20 years, 18 years, 15 years, they stay. They've paid houses off. I got ABNs, GSTs, we do the whole package. Sure. And a lot of people don't care about their workers and couldn't give 2 shits. And actually, by not making them pay tax or not paying tax for them, just digs a big hole for them. Yeah. I get the guys coming here because they've just been jibbed, wasted 3 or 4 years of their career, squirreling money away, which is not... I never did any good in this industry till I started paying tax. There you go. Huge difference.
I find that, like with taxation, it's, I don't know, you can just never avoid the tax man. He's going to get you
if you want to
one way or another.
If you want to get anywhere in life, you must pay tax. You must, if you want to buy a car and buy a house, and you know, but there's so many people tattooing in Fremantle. There's more tattooers in Fremantle than there are hairdressers.
That's wild.
And hairdressers are essential. We're a luxury item.
Yeah, 100%.
And at the moment, because times are really tough out there for people, the worker. And I've said for years, we're only well off when the guy on the street's well off. Simple as that.
100%.
You might have a few rich clients, but they're not everyday clients. You need, you know. So times are getting tough. We will burn a few of the people that shouldn't even be in the industry, should hopefully leave.
Yeah.
And basically the good guys are too busy tattooing to be slandering and bagging others. It's generally the ones that are idle, sitting around twiddling their thumbs, worrying about what's happening in your studio. They're the troublemakers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good guys, good tattooers, too busy tattooing. They haven't got time to badmouth you down the road there. But
100%.
out of the, not long ago, there were 63 people tattooing in Fremantle. I used to tattoo West Australia alone when Bob Thornton used to go to jail. God bless him. God rest his soul.
Rest in peace.
Rest in peace. But great friend of mine, great mentor, and when he used to get locked up for a while there, I'd tattoo WA alone. You didn't need a phone number, you didn't need a business card. I'd get to work some days and there'd be a queue out the front of the shop.
Holy.
And I'd sometimes, if I've been out the night before, a bit hungover, I'd just slink in my car and drive past and go home for the day. And too many to contend with, truly, right?
Shop's closed.
And I go back the next day, if there was 3 or 4 there, reasonable amount, because so back in the day there, you got to visualise no photocopy machine. I remember when the photocopy machine we bought a mirror image one, and we were over the moon. We celebrated. There was no stencil machines, no photocopiers. Most of us worked single-man shops alone, one man. You had to do everything.
Yeah.
When you were busy, you dare not look at the new guys walking in. Basically, I give them a quick look to make sure they weren't from a different postcode, because they used to blue each other in the old days.
Oh, really?
Neighbouring suburbs. This is 40 years ago. WA, a bit of a hard land.
Yes.
And so you had to keep them separated. And then eventually you had to get the Kubi boys to come up on Monday and Tuesdays, and the Hammy Hill boys, the neighbouring suburb, could come Thursday and Fridays. Otherwise, it's too much trouble.
Yeah.
Out the front of the shop,
Holy.
So the only way to keep them from battling along, I'd have to just threaten that I'd stop tattooing if you don't behave. Bob was the same. He had a sign up, behave or tattooing stops.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so different days. You had to make your needles every day. No needles. You had to make them every day. You had to... purple stencil was in a liquid form, and your purple with a mapping pen would take 20 minutes to dry on your stencil. So this was totally different times. And when the first tattoo magazines come out, I remember saying to everyone, this won't last, this will just fall over.
Okay.
So tattooing has come a long, long way. And I've had to sit here and accept each and every one of them in the West that's come along. Unfortunately, a lot of them never come to say hello.
Yeah.
Many of them. Many from Vic Park never come to say hello.
Sure.
Never. Wouldn't know what she looks like.
Okay.
You understand?
Yeah.
You'd think blow-ins from overseas that come in here and muck around, pigs in the snouts in the tattoo trough, gone in 2 or 3 years, back to Serbia or wherever they've come from. Asians, all sorts, just think we're idiots. But anyway, we're not. We're the true hillbillies of Australia.
In Western Australia?
In Western Australia, the Wild West. We do things, the Great Sandy Desert, we're a long way from Canberra or anyone over east, and we do things different over here. We always have done.
Yes.
Even our politicians don't listen to Canberra. We just do our own thing.
Yeah.
And tattooing's no exception. But a very fragmented industry in the West. I've got more international friends and over east friends that come to visit here. The locals just avoid me like the plague.
Okay.
A lot of it may be a lot of the young wokey kids, they just petrified of themselves, I think, or a shadow or anything, and too scared. Haven't got the kahunas to come and say hello. That's just how it is.
This season of the Rats Get Fat podcast is brought to you by the legends over at Good Guys Supply. Since 2006, this Canadian team of tattooers has been dialed in on one thing: creating high-quality tools that artists can actually rely on. They're sticklers for detail, passionate about the craft, and committed to keeping their gear accessible no matter where in the world you're working. From Canada and all around the globe, Good Guys Supplies got you covered. Go and support the team that deserves your support. Big love to Natalie, Rob, Lucas, and the entire Good Guy Supply crew for backing the podcast. Now back to the episode.
Okay.
Wouldn't have lasted in my day, most of them.
No.
Sorry.
That's all right.
Getting a bit
That's a different beast
chirpy
these
here.
days.
Getting a bit chirpy here, but, you know.
It's interesting because we went and talked to Pete Davidson down in Casino, New South Wales, and he said that, he came out to Fremantle. He'd listened to a song that said,
Go West, young man.
Go West, young man.
West, yeah.
And so he moved out here, and because Bobby Thornton was in Perth.
And Pete was here. Pete, that was about 1972, 73, if I remember. I could be wrong, could be 71, I don't think so. I started 74. Pete Davison actually helped me get up and running.
Yeah.
I used to get a lot of big tattoos off Pete in the beginning of his career, and Pete's and Noel have always been good friends of mine. Lost 11 subs, Canadian, Australian, British and American subs. This is Bobby Thornton's here. The Southside Tattoo Studio, about 28 years. Original lead lights from over 100 years ago. So in the afternoon, that was the design room. Didn't have these archways in. And in the afternoon, the colour would just hit the designs. But in there, to the back, was, all the serious tattooing in Perth for about 28 years was done in this shop. Crazy. I've got photos of Bob here. He'd paint this whole window by morning. With beautiful colour, beautiful. And I've got photos of Bob. This used to be Federation Green. I've got some great photos on my Instagram. You see my old history Instagram? Have a look at that. Hundreds of early Aussie stuff. I've got photos of Bob standing here. So huge tattoo influence was this shop. A lot of people worked here. Probably about 50 people over the years. A lot of Eastern Staters would come and work here. And then so we'll go to the original WA. Got some great photos of me and all the crew out the front. Tattoo signs there, noodle board there at the front, and we ended up boarding the windows up with lovely. We used to oil the boards because they just get smashed all the time. So we just boarded them up. There's no more smashed windows.
This thing
So I did 13 years now in this shop. Just a motorcycle bays here. And so I've got photos here just full of shovels, old Harleys. Saturday nights we'd have rides, no clubbies. Clubbies not welcome. We just 20 or 30 bikes every Saturday night. Up the alley. Oh, that's the alley there. We used to park them out the back. Up that alley's that backyard I showed you before.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that were the days. Crazy. Come down to the 5. So the wharf's right there. You can see the cranes there. The ship, you can see a ship there. Look. Crossover. In the early days, there was only one exit of the wharf down here. So when whatever sailors come off the wharf, the first pub they got to was His Majesty's, and that's where the tattoo shops were. So the first thing the sailors saw was a pub and a tattoo shop. Foolproof it was. Now when I used to tattoo in this shop here, this is where I used to tattoo WA alone. And in winter, and tattooing was far from fucking trendy back then, right? It was just shearers, fishermen, sailors, right? No women. You know, when I got to Melbourne, there was tattoo shops, there were signs up, no women allowed. In Dickie Reynolds' shop out the front, no women allowed. Imagine now, you get sued. He used to say, if a woman's down this end, she's down the wrong end of Flinders Street for a start. That's what he'd say, right?
All right.
Yeah. So I tattooed here in winter, we used to have beautiful clean shops because we had nothing to do but to polish the ashtrays. Like everyone would smoke inside then, the artists would smoke. And so we'd have spotless shops because there'd be no customers.
Yeah.
Saturday they might come in. This is where tattooing in fucking Australia. These 5 shops. Now they're Notre Dame University. This is the alley I used to park out the back that I'd have to leave with me Bowie knife. Right? It's got lights in that now. So, Darren Florence tattooed here in the 80s. This was my one. We think Topsy Carr, we're not sure, but Topsy did tattoo here in the 30s and 40s. Pete Davidson's is here. This is the shop I got tattooed at as a 14-year-old, where Danny Robinson come, Bobby Thornton, a lot of famous people. These are gullies. They're not that big. Look how narrow they are. So they'll be 3 times that length, 4 times maybe the length.
Same as our shop, Zuzz.
But yeah, that was Pete's. That was mine. This could have been Pete's. His was 26, I think. And then Brett Nolan from Melbourne tattooed there on the end, and another guy we can't find his name, but the whole 5 shops have been tattoo shops on and off, not all together. Yes. Different times. Sometimes I got some great photos of it when there's no cars in front of them. On a Sunday, you get some great photos of the 5 shops. We'll go up quickly. So, this brickwork here was the original shoreline. All this has been reclaimed by convicts by hand. It was all swamp and marsh. So everywhere this this was the original shoreline of Fremantle. Now they bring the poor pommers out here, still all over the creek. Get out here. No running water, no toilets, no shops, no hats, no sunscreen. They'd die in their droves. They'd get reclaiming all this by hand. You know how far that goes to the wharfs, right? Lily-whites, never seen the sun. No hat, there you go. Bush, they bury them in their fucking scores. Yeah. It's almost deliberate. Get rid of these fucks, just keep fucking out in the sun you go, mate, you'll be right. But yeah, a huge tattoo influence. And that's pretty well the length of the shops. You see where the wall stops? Yep. That's it. I squatted in mine. I squatted there. I was there for about 3 or 4 months, and this fucking uppity real estate agent come along. $8 a week, I think I got it for, and I just give him a year's worth. Just he went, "I'll see you in a year, mate." This end of town was dead. Now, you wouldn't have the beautiful buildings in Fremantle if it wasn't for the Kalgoorlie gold rush. It's all gold money. Look at the copper dome on that one, up there. All gold money from Kalgoorlie, the whole town. And Notre Dame's taken everything over and restored it and helped it out. Without Notre Dame spending millions, all these would be dilapidated. So the entrance of the wharf was around the corner there. So again, the first thing they come out, first pub, tattoo shops, American sailors, like, fuck out. So, because you used to work the shop alone, there's always a couple of Yank sailors that got more than the others, and you'd grab him, and he could be the doorman, and I'd get him stenciling and fucking everything. Whenever a Yank could play up, one was too drunk, I'd say to his mates, well, get rid of him, and they're whoosh. Best they can deal with themselves, don't upset anyone, you know what I mean? Where Rocky Bay used to have his snake show, and where he used to tattoo. So I was tattooing here. I got a 14-year-old daughter. She was born when I used to original shoreline here. One night I'm leaving that shop, Yanks. There's a divvy wagon, so our cops can't arrest them in uniform, they have to have military police. And there's a divvy wagon, and there's a drunk Yank in uniform hanging onto the blue light, which is on, mind you, yelling, and the cops, young cops pulled up, they're on night duty, and they pulled up, they said, Rick, can you tattoo this bloke? I said, nah, too drunk. And he wouldn't get off their roof, and they just drove off with him on the roof still, mate. They're not allowed to actually touch him.
Holding on for dear life.
You had to be there. You had to be there. Can you tattoo him, Rick? No, mate, too drunk. Anyway,
Yeah.
screaming and yelling, and then off they went. Slow.
Yeah.
Slow and slow. So there's the wharf, there's the shed, see that? So the other side of the shed is the water, so just right there. But imagine filling this in with wheelbarrows, mate, by hand.
Oh yeah.
Unreal.
Take it from rubber.
You didn't get paid, but you got the lash. So, well, when the returned soldiers come home, if your hubby got killed, the women and kids got nothing. You never got a pension, you got nothing. So all the returned soldiers would raise money for their dead mates, women and children. So this was called Ugly Land. It was park here. It was fenced and corrugated. It looked a bit like a mini Luna Park. And in the World War I, after that, on a Friday night, they'd get 2,000 and 3,000 people here. There'd be boxing tents, dance floors, tattoo tents, gypsy fortune tellers, all sorts of shit. Shaved ice. Before ice cream, they'd shave it, took a bit of cordial. So they'd raise money. So you ever seen photos of the old guys with no jaws and battle damage? You ever seen them? Sometimes you see books and
Yeah.
so they'd have a reverse beauty pageant here to raise money. One old guy from South Perth won it year in, year out, they reckon, no jaw, no eye. And he'd get up there, not like now they'd need counselling and all the rest of it, right? He'd get up there and present himself to raise money for the women, war widows and their kids. Ugly Land, you can look it all up, right? So the businessmen in Fremantle would all donate. The wharfies, they have rodeos there. The wharfies would build a rodeo ring from all the stuff off the ships, wood and that. They'd have the rodeo, and then the next week they'd pull it down and build something else, a dance hall. So Ugly Land. A lot of the businessmen that were putting money into it reckon, the book, someone was diddling the books. So they changed it all, and out of here come WA Lotteries Commission. All our lotto and all the rest of it was born because of this.
Okay.
Over the road were the public houses, were pubs. And what happened, because it was so popular on a Friday night, they'd come down from Perth on the trains. Nothing was happening in Perth. So they'd come down here, and then the Aboriginal girls clicked on, and they weren't allowed here, the Aboriginal. They had to stay there. Segregated back then.
Yeah.
And then the Aboriginal girls were, it's in the papers, they having sex, getting drunk, having sex with the white fellas. So they banned it all and moved it to a place called White City. Moved all the carnival gear. The White City's where Elizabeth Key is. That's where White City moved to. Back to the shoreline. So all through here, fully fenced and carnivals, raising money, boxing tents. So Rocky Vane would flog you and then run and do a tattoo and then do the snake show. Because they're all multi-skilled. I'll just take you around here. Be over in a minute, we'll just head back to the shop. Well, this is only half the tour of where everything is. So yeah, huge historic significance all through these grounds. 15 years ago.
Wow. How long ago, really?
So Walter Lyons, we'll go to his shop. Walter was born in 1872, I think, don't quote me, check these figures. And then he died in Brisbane in 1953. Tattooed here a good 100 years ago and a bit. He used to go backwards and forwards to San Francisco, and if you look him up, he got involved in some thing where kids were kept slaves or something in San Francisco. They come unstuck. That's why he bolted to Australia the first time.
Holy.
Slaves.
That's so gnarly.
Kid slaves. Anyway, he got roped up and you can look. Trove. You heard of Trove? Sure. Yeah. Trove. Historic documents online. You might have to pay $30 to get full access to everything.
Yeah.
Cross over and no, walk up. So that's how everyone got the Freo on the train in the old days. Yeah. That's how they get straight here. This is why it's so popular.
That's how we got here today.
2,000 on a Friday night, which is huge 100 years ago.
Yeah.
So in the old days, even Pete Davison, he had a little sign in the window. I did in most of my earlier shops. You couldn't really, it was hard enough to rent a shop back then, right? Even 50 years ago. Convince someone 50 years ago to rent your shop for a tattoo shop, wasn't happening, right? You had to be lucky. So, had little signs. So we've got a photo. From the advertisement of one of his cards, we know the building. And then we found a photo of upstairs where he was. And there's a little sign on the veranda. You can't read it, but I'm telling everyone, that's a tattoo sign. I'm telling you right now. If it was a tailor, it'd be a big sign. Yeah. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's back to the little sign. Yeah. There's only 2 shops it could be. Anyway.
What are the other
No one listens to me, but 10 years later go, he was right.
It was a tattoo shop.
No, it's one or the other. 2, I'll show you, we'll cross the road in a minute, but I just want to show you the entrance to where 115 years ago, if you wanted a tattoo, you had to walk through this building.
Sure.
And I quite often, I walked in it the other day when I took your friend,
Jai.
yeah, Jai. When I took,
Jai.
you know Jai.
Let's take them.
Oh, yes, of course. Yeah.
Jai here on a private tour the other day. He was very happy.
Yeah, Jai. Yes, I
Imperial
know.
Chambers. So, on his business cards, it's Imperial Chambers. These are like in Melbourne, the little stairs you walk up, they're everywhere, these old buildings, right? So this here is where all the old tattoo points is. Walter Lyons. God knows how many of his tattoo mates come here, but this is all part of tattoo. We'll cross the road and I'll show you where he was. So he used to advertise above, I don't think it was the Sydney tea rooms, it was called something else which was there.
Yeah.
And that's the one we found with the little sign on it. And he used to advertise above the Sydney tea rooms. Now that's not the Sydney tea rooms, that's another shop. So that's it. That was the veranda of Walter Lyons' tattoo studio. as you walk through the town and that, it's just good to know that someone was doing this 100 and something years ago. We're not new. You get what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
And it's what we've got to try and teach the newbies. They didn't wake up and find tattooing under their pillow one morning.
No.
And most of them wouldn't fucking know. Come on, we'll go down the tops of the cars. Anyway, dripping tattoo history. So when I walk through this town, I've been here 44 years and I think, you know what, I'm damn proud that actually, who's in there? See if any old topsy cars tattoos are in there.
Yeah. Because he'd done 6 tattoos, he said, to us before he came out here.
Yeah, he did that with Danny Robinson. He had to do the testers and all the rest. And then Danny come to follow through. So the little shop around the corners here, like I said, Pete was there. I used to get tattooed there. Danny Robinson, Bobby Thornton. Those 5 little shops are very important in Australia's early tattooing, especially in WA.
Yeah.
And from the pirate ship days, 1890s, we started tattooing in Fremantle. 1880s, but not in studios.
Sailor's thing, getting tattooed as well. And you used to be a sailor as well.
No, I tried getting I went for my green ticket, which was the, which was not Royal Navy, which was the cargo ships here out of Fremantle. And it took that long to come through that I got a job with the sideshows and circuses and took off with them. And about a week after that, my green ticket come through to be a merchant seaman, but I get seasick anyway, so I found out, so it's probably best I didn't go.
Yeah. Because what were you doing in the circus and sideshow?
That's where I started tattooing.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So used to work for Perry Brothers Circus, used to tend elephants, monkeys, mainly elephants. I was the kid that when the elephant chucked a log in the middle of the 3-ring circus. I was the kid in the little marching uniform that had run out with the shovel and pick it up, and they were that heavy that I used to have to drag them back on the shovel. It's too heavy to lift in the air.
Holy.
So you'd scoop it and drag the shovel and clean the ring up. This is during the show, so they couldn't have the elephants tromping around in their doings.
Yeah.
And basically, when the circus is shut down, I joined the sideshows and went with that. And did many jobs. I did 5-6 years straight on the sideshows and used to tattoo. There was an old guy tattooing who was never very good, old drunk, and I bought his gear off him, and that's how I started. And then Pete Davison cultured me. And always backed me, Pete. Always from day one. Again, I used to get in Pete's page, those articles he used to do for the tattoo mags. He mentions in there he used to love seeing Rick Luder come in because I'd get a proper big tattoo.
Yeah, you would.
Not these little piddly little things, right?
Yeah.
And he loved it. Then by 16 and a half, I went up to Hong Kong and worked with Jimmy Ho G, who's still alive up there.
Wow.
One of the famous Ho brothers. 76, I was back in Hong Kong again, did another about 2 or 3 months there, mainly tattooing. So the first trip I did up there, a lot of liberty from Vietnam War, a lot of the Americans went there. They'd pull them out of the jungle for a week, stick them in Hong Kong. They could have get a girl, get a tattoo, get drunk, and then they'd stick them back in the jungles of Vietnam again.
Yeah.
So
unreal.
So not many Chinese were being tattooed up back then in those days. Actually, none. It was all Norwegian sailors mainly, Swedish or Scandinavian sailors, American military, and that was about it. But very busy tattoo shops up there.
Yeah, wow. Yeah.
No one in Australia would teach you anything. That's why I went to Hong Kong.
Oh.
Pete Davison set me up and looked after me, but he couldn't really, you couldn't teach anyone. He'd be in trouble. Yes. When I started backyarding in WA, a few of the East Coast guys got on to Bob Thornton and tore strips off him about, what are you going to do about this kid? He's got to go. This is how closed the industry was. If you went to Sydney in the old days and started tattooing, Bobby Thornton tried it. He was way ahead of everyone. He went to Sydney and thought, there's no one out at Bondi, I'll open a shop here. Well, that was shut down within a week.
Okay.
Hence Bob's hatred for Eastern Staters coming to tattoo in WA.
Yes.
He come back here and he did some terribly lovely things to Eastern Staters that would open up on his doorstep. Usual stuff, didn't come to say hello, just fully barging in there, wrong. Oh, back home before they knew it.
Sure.
Wow.
Yeah, different days.
Yep.
I think Pete was telling us he got like a brick thrown through
Oh,
his
the
window.
old brick. Yeah, it took years. It took years for that to come out. Who actually did it? It was Bob.
Yeah.
And then, but they were friends, and it was just like Bob used to say, it's just business, son.
Yeah.
You know, it's just business.
Yep. Have this brick.
Have this brick. Yeah, I copped a brick. I had a beautiful painted window up my second Rockingham studio about 1976. Drag and then samurai on the front window, and on the door was a beautiful long sailing ship, and they were actually painted by a good friend of mine, Ronnie Hart, who was part of the Cray Brothers gang in North London. He was a young driver, and he's passed away now, Ron. But Ron was a great artist, not tattooed. North London gangster, bad bugger, but not a tattoo on him. Reckon they were tough stamps. And he stayed to me, you're still doing tough stickers on everyone, mate, and all this. And
He didn't need them.
no, he didn't need them. But anyway, when he found out that his window was smashed, luckily he didn't find out before he passed who did it, because he was ropeable. He loved those windows.
Yeah.
A couple of photos of them survive, but that was a long time ago now.
Yeah.
But it was all part of the business.
Did you find out who threw the brick through
I
your
did
window?
about 35 years later.
Really?
When a girl come in and just split up with her hubby, and couldn't wait to lag him in.
She dubbed him in. You're joking.
No, about 35 years later. Yep, and I actually knew him.
No
Okay,
way.
Yeah. And he'd still sort of made out he was a friend of mine. Just business. It's just the way it goes, you know.
Yeah, holy.
Unreal.
Yeah, different things in the West, but yeah, it's the cat's out of the bag now. Yeah, it's totally changed.
Yeah, it is.
Every time I go anywhere or get lost in my car because Siri's bloody useless, I find another tattoo shop, and
Yeah.
a lot of them surprise the hell out of me. I think I wouldn't sign a lease in a fit to work out this side street, back street. Where are we? Like,
Sure.
who are you going to tattoo out there? What's going on here? You know?
Well, you're on a beautiful location, like 5 stars on the high street of Fremantle.
Yep.
Yeah.
And it's probably the most impressive shop that I've seen so far in WA.
High ceilings.
Yeah, it's lovely.
Beautiful.
I
The
saw
guys love working up here with the natural lighting, and just it's a great. We've got the university end of town is right here. It's usually 2,200 nurses generally,
Yeah.
Okay.
2 or 3 guys, and 2,198 girls.
Yeah.
Never end. Every year they swap over. It's a university end of town. It's just great. It's the arty-farty end of town. For many years there, they wouldn't invite us to the art shows, and Fremantle's always been very crafty and arty. They wouldn't invite us to shows, and they've got onto it in the last 10 years. But depending who asks me, I may help them. At the Fremantle Jail there, it's a huge art exhibition space, and we had a 2-week Fremantle tattoo history
Okay.
show there. 2018, the Heritage Festival,
Oh, yeah.
and it was the most successful art exhibition they'd ever held there
Really?
by a long way. I do tattoo tour guides about biannual every 2 years, and the last time I did a walking tour of the tattoo studios in Fremantle was 68 people, and it's the largest walking tour that the Heritage Foundation, they sell the tickets, we do it for charity.
Yes.
Takes about an hour, and I do the full tour of the tattoo studios, and hugely successful. People come from everywhere for it.
Yes. That's incredible.
So that tells you something that tattooing is foremost in a lot of people's minds of art now, which it never was.
Okay.
And there's a few art people that are still, I don't even speak to them. I remember them from the old days telling me it was what we do is not really art and all this. Anyway, so
Pretty lowbrow.
well, whatever. But anyway, we're not going to support you sort of people anyway. You know.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah, that's
Don't worry
exactly
about
it.
it. Yeah, it's a big world.
Yeah.
Ask
It
someone
is.
else.
Yeah. We've got our own thing going on.
Yeah.
I think people are really passionate about tattooing as well, more so than probably any other art form out there.
Yes.
In the 50 years I've been involved, it improves every year. Everything, technology, client base, everything. In this town here, I know from the bums to the millionaires to the mayor, The bums I buy coffee for, they're the night watchmen. They sleep in my shop here. They make sure no one pees or poos anywhere or does any of that. So you've got to. I keep in sweet with everyone.
Yeah.
Except the guys from the tattoo world.
Well, you're a good man to know.
Well, I can be.
Yeah.
Yes.
Hey, legends, it's the Rats Get Fat podcast, and we've got some exciting news. Our brand new merch store is officially live. We've loaded it up with heaps of killer products, all handmade with love, and ready for you to rep the show in style. Every purchase goes a long way in supporting the podcast, and we honestly can't thank you enough for the support you've already shown us. We're kicking off the new season with some awesome gear we know you'll love, so jump on it now. The link's in our bio. Go check it out, grab your favorites, and keep the Rats Get Fat family rolling. Let's go.
In Pete Davidson's old shop around the corner in Fillmore Street there, I ended up having a studio there for about 2 or 3 years. Gulf War 1, Gulf War 2, they were the days. 5,000 Americans in for a week. War-torn, spend up big, tip you $100 on a $100 tattoo. I think I paid a house off in each Gulf War.
Wow.
Pete Davidson in the early days, we park at the back of the pub. The 5 shops are under a wing of the pub. And at night, after tattooing the Yanks, I'd leave with a good 12, 13-inch Bowie knife in my hand to get to the car park at the back of the studio.
You're joking.
No, this is how you'd have to leave. It's just the way it's not that bad anymore. But back in the day, and because none of us got along, most of the police back then thought we were fencers. The old boys used to do a lot of stolen property through the tattoo shops.
Sure.
So the tail end of the old coppers used to think we were just fencers, selling second stolen gear, and they wouldn't have it. And I remember one detective, as he was beating me in that shop one night, I'm telling him, no, I've just made a lot of money on the Yanks, and he goes, no idiots want a tattoo. They're not going to pay you for that shit, are they, son? And into me again.
He started beating you.
Holy.
Gee whiz.
Anyway, ended up being friends with him years later. Anyway.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy. But anyway, there you go.
It's usually how it goes, though.
Yeah, he saw the light in the end.
Yeah, he came and got a tattoo.
No, he didn't get a tattoo, but he accepted that it was a commercial viable business and not just selling stolen shit. Yeah. And this comes from James Street up the end of Fremantle there with the swimming pools in, not James Street, Northbridge. And the first tattoo shops, you heard of Rocky Vane, Vale Vane, used to actually work World War II with Dickie and Billy Finesse, and they were called the Melbourne Tattoo. I don't think company, but I've seen an old business card.
Okay.
Yeah, anyway. So Vale Vane, Rocky Vane used to do snake shows as well. And actually one of his assistants got bitten next door in the Buffalo Club here in 1935, I think, went to the hospital and died.
Really?
Rocky, you've not heard of Rocky Vane? Famous old tattooer, used to be covered in snakes from North Fremantle. No. Yeah, worked Melbourne World War II.
Okay.
And you can look him up, and I think there's a little bit about him in Brett Stewart's Tattoo Museum or the Australian Tattoo History one it's online, you can look at it.
Okay.
I think there's something in there about him, but on that Islands of Australia, there's a show they're doing, he's mentioned a lot when where they released his snakes on Karnak Island out here. So, and the most I've seen is in Trove, about Vale Vane, Rocky Vane.
Okay.
Famous boxer, tattoo artist, showman, snake shows. Yeah. Yeah.
Unreal. That's crazy that his assistant got bitten, died.
Yeah, his wife got bitten and died. This is when they were handling tiger snakes.
Oh, no way.
Yeah, and so anyway, they banned the snake shows, the snake tents. But that was after his wife had died. And he got bitten too, and his arm rotted off from the snake bite, I think.
Shit.
Or got really bad. Yeah.
Holy.
Yeah.
So it's the second floor, which is the top, that's grounded at first, second. So I've heard arguments it's in the middle, but it was that one. But that's the one where Topsy Carr clubbed the bloke to get. So Topsy had part Aboriginal girlfriend, and he was with her for years. And this bloke one guy was getting tattooed and his mate kept trying to chat Topsy's wife up, and he warned him. It's my missus, leave her alone. Anyway, the bloke wouldn't listen. Dead a moment later. Ball peen hammer. Got up, clubbed the guy to death, and then went back and finished his mate's tattoo, and then the cops wouldn't even arrest Topsy after that. Again, he was charged for murder 3 times in his life and acquitted 3 times.
And he tattooed up in the top.
We've heard the top, and then I've heard this one, so it's hard to... But anyway, that's where it happens.
It's a backpackers now.
Yes, it used to be a hotel.
Wow. Yeah, there's a lot of history in Freo, isn't there?
Oh, and it's the last one coming up here. I used to tattoo up here when the America's Cup. We won the Cup in 83, then we lost it in 84. I was tattooing down where the 5 little shops.
Yes.
And they kicked us all out to renovate.
Okay.
And they stuck me up there. That was shit, because they had a rear entrance and the girls wouldn't come up there. A lot of our tradeswomen, as you know.
Yes.
And even from the 80s. So these 3 and the front 3 had a rear entrance. So I tattooed up here for about a year, and then I just said, this is just shit. And went up the other end of town, in the middle of town. And then we're back to the where we are now. So I didn't get far. I didn't go far. Around the block. This is a good place to eat the homemade Vietnamese. Yeah, so in there doing a snake show, that's where Rocky Bain's assistant got bitten by the tiger snake and died in Fremantle Hospital.
In the Buffalo Club.
In the Buffalo. Come on, we'll go in there and see if Bob's in there. Bob owes me some money, so it's going to be a bit funny. I leave him though to me so he doesn't ask for more, so I don't chase him. He's all right. Yeah.
Then, have we covered... so we've got to Topsy Carr is the other guy that I keep mentioning.
Yes.
He's a famous old Fremantle tattooer. I was watching Australian Story one night, I think it was Australian Story on ABC, where they're doing interviews with the old screws from Pentridge Jail in Sydney, and they've asked an old turnkey there, who's the worst man you ever knew? And he went, that'd be Topsy Carr from West Australia.
Yeah.
Rumour has he, and this is only 100 metres up the road here, 2nd floor up. It's a backpackers now. It was a big pub where he used to tattoo up there. And rumour has it he beat a man to death mid-tattoo with a gimpy hammer, and went back and finished the tattoo. He was charged with murder for 3 times in his life, acquitted each time. People were petrified of him.
He went back and finished the tattoo.
Terrible tattooist, absolutely shocker. Actually, if you're staying around another hour or 2, there's an old boy drinks next door that's got Topsy Carr tattoos all over him. He got when he was 16. He's in his 80s now.
Holy.
And shocking tattoos. They all get infected back then, and it was just a mess. Rumour has it that he infected a lot of people. One kid got his leg chopped off or his arm chopped off or something over him and all the rest. But there was no health department back then, and it was like pretty out of control.
Holy shit. It's definitely come a long way with the hygiene side of things as well.
Oh, yeah. Have you been to the sterile room out there? You had to stuck your head out there and had a look?
No.
The one we were just in?
No, just here. And that's our reprocessing room there. There's 3 autoclaves in there.
Okay.
3.
Italian ones, yeah. In case one breaks, which one did the other week? We've got another 2 to rely on, because most of the guys and girls here, not all, love the steel tubes.
Yeah.
Just you don't get the vibraty wear and everything with the plasticky ones, and some of the girls here wear the cartridge things, but most
Yeah, it's
don't.
super old school.
Yes,
Like counterbalances
Someone's
it as
walking
well.
up the stairs. I didn't have a coffee either this morning. I didn't want to, otherwise I would.
That's all right. Yeah, we actually arrived in Frio quite early this morning.
Yeah.
Yep.
We were sitting around at the. I didn't know how long it was going to really take to get out here, but we ended up sitting at the nice cafe and had some coffee and stuff.
Yeah, there's plenty of that in town here, and plenty of good food. Some of the best foods in Fremantle. They come down from Perth to eat here. And along the ocean front there, you probably haven't seen, there's all the big seafood restaurants and Japanese restaurants.
Yeah.
They're pretty popular down here.
Yeah.
It's the jewel of the crown of Perth.
It's beautiful.
Yeah, it was
very
really
lucky.
nice.
Very lucky to be here.
This season of Rats Get Fat is brought to you by the Tattoo Flash, a 35mm disposable camera made for tattooers by a tattooer. Born from the minds of studio owners and lifelong friends Jake Straat and Aaron Ethim, the Tattoo Flash blends old-school tattoo culture with the timeless feel of film photography. Whether you're snapping shots in black and white or color, every frame captures real moments with raw nostalgia. In a world full of digital noise, the Tattoo Flash is a throwback to something real, grainy, unpredictable, and full of soul. It's not just a film camera, it's a time capsule. Pick one up, shoot a roll, and relive the magic. Visit thetattooFlash.com to grab yours today. Huge thanks to the Tattoo Flash for supporting the show. Now, back to the episode.
Got the best and biggest tattoo shop in Frio, and
Well, we tried. That wasn't the idea. It was getting the spot. Not many shops come up for lease in the West End, so I would have been happy with the ground floor shop, but it wasn't to be.
okay.
And you've got to lease the whole thing, so you know.
It's cool though.
So it is
even
cool.
better.
It did work out, and I never advertise for staff. They find me. I'll leave a spot vacant even for 3, 4, 5, 6 months sometimes before the right guy or girl comes along.
Yes, it's important.
If you introduce the wrong person to a crew, you can destroy the whole crew. I've seen it happen before. The whole crew will be gone within 6 months.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, like I said before, I've got guys here from 20 years backwards that have been with me and just wouldn't work anywhere else, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just quite happy doing, because here you must respect each other. That's the most, and the client.
Yeah.
Of course.
And that's about it. I've got two rules. Don't screw the crew. That never works either. And if you make an appointment, you cancel it. Don't get the kid on the desk to cancel it for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You cancel it.
Yeah.
You give the person that's taken the day off work the bad news.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
Not fob it off to the kid on the counter,
Yeah, exactly.
which causes a lot of grief to them. I've seen it. So they're the only 2 rules I have.
Yeah.
Words to live by.
It's to live by.
100%. How many tattooers are working here?
Generally 12.
Yeah.
A couple of part-timers, mainly the part-timers are the single mums that I employ. Mm-hmm. Got a couple of girls that have kids and, doing it all on their own.
Yep.
So they get a bit more leniency. They can work 3 or 4 days a week or whatever they can squeeze in, or Sundays, or, because we're open 7 days.
Yeah.
Yes,
We need to be. Pay the rent here, it's huge. So,
Yeah.
of course.
yeah. But, yeah,
No, that's cool.
we've got a good little system.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It seems to work.
Yeah, it seems to work. Half appointment, half walk-in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So best of both worlds.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
We constantly get customers that walk in the door and go, the door's open. We haven't seen a tattoo. We can't walk into a tattoo shop anymore.
Yeah.
No.
It's all that secretive and that. It's not what, I don't think it's what people want. Maybe you shouldn't say this because all the guys will start opening their doors, but basically, you got a fish and chip shop, you've got to let the guys in and girls in to buy your fish and chips, It's no good locking them out the front, right?
Yeah, that's important.
Doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
Basic business fundamentals. Let the guys in to spend their money,
Yeah.
Yeah.
basically.
Look at all the flash,
Look at all the flash. Come and
Yeah.
And a lot of people love it. They love and we don't have secret booths and secret squirrels. When this place goes off, it's like a mini convention. It's like a feeding frenzy. It's people, and it's just the atmosphere, and you see other people going, oh, I want one too. It's like a feeding frenzy. It's like sharks feeding. You know? If you've got them all divided in little rooms and can't see each other, you've lost that.
Yeah.
You don't get it.
Yeah. We've got like a our shop up in Cairns, it's pretty much one room.
Yep.
And it's the 3 bays, but it's nice. It's kind of all open and
We do have
social.
screens, don't get me wrong. If the
Yeah.
girls here and all boys everywhere, a lot of girls, 50% don't care and 50 do. So there's a screen we can put up to protect their modesty. But,
Yes.
you know, most people don't care. It's, you know,
Yeah.
it's not here to gawk at girls and that. You're here to tattoo, and most of the clients don't even speak to women anymore. You know what that's, you know, everyone's too scared. You get sued or some bloody thing will go on. So
It's a different
it's a
time.
different world.
Yeah.
I see a lot of sad women walking up and down this street.
Yeah, just maybe get a photo of this, and then you can put it to the top. He's used to this. Right. These guys are from East Coast. Get your camera.
That was bloody.
Topsy car.
I think it's a lovely thing, like a full tattoo shop when everyone's like kind of tattooing and stuff.
It's nothing like it.
Yeah.
Like a mini convention. I actually stopped my staff posting those situations on Instagram or any of the anti-social media platforms, right? I don't like to publicise that because straight away you get certain people, what's he doing that we're not? Let's go and crush his little parade. And
Sure.
yeah, there's a lot of the wrong people in the industry that wouldn't go, oh, good on him, we'll do that. No, they'll think how we can stop all this.
Sure.
Yeah.
So, you know,
Yeah,
you've
I
got to be
think-
careful.
I think when sort of money is involved, it poisons everything, including
everything.
minds.
Poisons everything. But yeah, again, we downplay, how successful we've been.
Sure.
Not recently, because the tattoo trough's full at the moment.
Yes.
There's no room for anyone else, but they keep squeezing them in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So really detrimental to the whole industry is the overpopulation of tattooists. Supplies. The other day I got a message on anti-social media there. Only $15.99 this month to get your online tattoo tutoring and how to set your shop up.
Yes. Yeah, I've seen that too.
Only $15.99.
What a bargain.
Should have bought about 100. I should have.
Yeah. What a bargain.
And then we got one the other month there. Ink and drink. Let's just get pissed and start learning to tattoo, and that's only $90 a head.
Bargain.
You get 100 in that night, and there you go. And these are more snouts in the tattoo trough. Unbelievable.
Yeah, it's definitely
Getting out of control.
well, having that, the ink and drink thing
Ink
is
and drink.
that's unreal. Like I remember in my own apprenticeship, I wasn't even allowed to touch a machine till about a year in.
About a year in, yeah.
You were about maybe 4 or 5 months in before I let you kind of start tinkering.
Yeah.
But like it's skipping all of the importance
All of it.
and just giving them a tattoo machine.
So another online the other week, I got one from Temu. I don't know whether you're allowed to name brands, but they must have so much tattoo equipment. At $63, you get everything. You get just about send you a client that you add water to, and up he'll pop out of the little bag, and hopefully you can dissolve him and throw him in the bin when you fuck it up. But anyway, you don't know.
Grow your own client.
The TV.
What a great idea.
What a great idea.
You could market
right?
that.
Yeah.
Single-use tattooers. Add water, jump up, tattoo them, and neatly tie the plastic bag over your head and dive into the bin. That'd be the go.
Toss them away. That's crazy.
Yeah, but yeah. So times have changed now. I'm not stuck in my ways, but I'm stuck in my moral ways, and I can't understand why people don't come to say hello.
Yes.
I really can't. On my tattoo tours around I've been through Europe, the United States, all in the 70s, late 70s, and I'd make the Greyhound bus guys who only stop at prescribed stops. I would make them or beg for them to stop and pull up because they all stop downtown in America, and all the tattoo shops are 5 miles back. So I'd beg to be let off the bus. to get to a tattoo shop that was locked up for the night. So I go, here we go. Now where do I go, right?
Oh, no.
But I'd go into tattoo shops, good, bad or otherwise, and learn something in each of them.
Yeah.
Even if I learnt never go back there, right?
Yes.
But yeah, the youngsters of today, I don't know what it is. Are they scared, or I don't know.
Sure.
I don't know what it is, or they just. I have a little saying there where I liken them to they've woken up in the morning late, they're hungover, they've discovered tattooing under their pillow, and it's their little bag, and no one else really ever did this till I did it.
Yeah.
And this is the attitude they have. It's me, 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 and when you specialise in a field, I notice a lot of them will go into realism, whatever they go into. It doesn't really last very long unless you're top of the pack. You need to try and help the client that walks in the door, whatever they want.
Sure.
Try and help them. Even if you advise them to go to the shop next door, they do that. You get what I'm saying there? You get the clients where it's all at.
Yeah.
And we hear a lot of it where the clients love us because we're just an old-fashioned tattoo shop.
Yeah.
And if you want to get the full back job, you just come upstairs and see Hank or Rory.
100%.
Yeah. Or downstairs, the boys do full backs. Jack and Mark. Mark's in Japan all the time. I don't know whether you met Mark. He's one of my old timers.
No, I didn't.
20 years he's been with me. Yeah, Mark's always up in Osaka and wherever he goes, Yokohama, in with the Japs. They love him. He loves them. And
Crazy.
so we try and diversify with our artists here too, to try and cover most aspects of tattooing.
Yes.
Can't do it all, but most we'll try and endeavour to.
Yeah,
Yeah,
cover.
it's good. It's very well rounded. It's a very well rounded shop.
Yeah.
And it's got a great reputation.
Yeah, we love it. We look after people, basically. He says, all you got to do, if you put tattooing first, you'll always be all right. And the ones that put themselves first fizzle off and do something different in 5 years. They do.
Yeah.
They go on. They in and out of your industry, upset everyone and go and take over plumbing or whatever they do.
Yeah.
Yes.
And they usually fuck all that up as well and move on to something else. But, I think, half the guys I see working are great guys and the other half are shit. But that's like fish and chip shops, isn't it?
Yeah.
Half are good, half are rubbish.
Well, there's a lot of, it feels like in this day and age with Instagram and with how everyone's looking at tats, there's a lot of like tourism. And I use tourism in the fact that people get into the industry as a tourist and they think, oh, I can do tattoos.
Yep.
And then, I don't know, it doesn't really go anywhere.
Buy their 20,000 followers, which you can do.
Yes.
Buy all that, and I'm the best. And I'm a stickler for not relying on social media.
Yes.
We don't even have a Google thing. And
Okay.
I've learnt with anti-social media, don't respond to any negativity. Just ignore it, and it all goes away.
Yeah.
Usually that day.
Yeah.
You have a shot back, it's on, right? They're all over you.
Sure.
And most of the problems that we've had on social media are just vindictive people that we've never tattooed from other parts of the industry.
Sure.
I had a huge tax inquiry that went on for 3 months and not guilty. And then at the end of it, I was told, these certain people dobbed you in to try and slow you down a bit. And I found, you find out everything, what's going on. But
Wow.
yeah, wow.
That's
But
incredible.
anyway, I used to go up to the tax department, sit there with them, not flick it to my accountant who knew nothing, and ended up tattooing one of the tax investigators.
Did you?
Really?
Adrian. Hello, Adrian.
Shout out to Adrian.
That's
Unreal.
crazy.
Yeah, truly, yeah.
Oh, you brought him round.
And then I'd ask him questions, and he'd just, under his breath, muffle, look it up on Google, Rick. Because they're under cameras and they're not allowed to tell you anything.
Holy.
Yeah.
Wow.
Google it, Rick. Yeah. So,
That's crazy.
He's
great.
pointing you in the right direction.
And I mentioned in Fremantle, if you're in an upstairs situation, you don't pay rates. It's only the ground floor footprint.
Yeah.
So a lot of them hide up here, and I explained to Adrian that most of them got no ABNs, there's no GST, no one's paying tax, it's just a fraud, and then they guarantee to beat 5 stars price. And He agreed. They know all this, but like he said, his job's not to hunt those sort of people down. It's to get people like me that have put their hand up
Yes.
to audit them.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not the ones that haven't. They're fine.
That's weird.
Yeah.
So I asked him on the way out there, what do I go home and deregister everything? He just shrugged at me. Which I didn't, of course.
Yeah.
But anyway.
Yeah.
And I haven't even had a cup of tea. I'm worse on a cup of tea than a cup of coffee, guys. So
Yeah?
there you go. I didn't have anything this morning because I knew otherwise I'd just rattle on.
That's all right. That's what we're hoping for.
Yeah.
We're hoping for a bit of rattle.
Bit of seniority rattle.
Yeah.
It makes
I
sense.
hope the young guys get a bit out of this, the young guys and girls. All the young guys and girls that work for me ended up tattooing in Europe. We've got young Asher now that's tattooing in Bristol,
Yes.
I think. So they all go real well. And I instill my old school way of doing things into them. And they can go to Germany, England, and get jobs straight away when they mention my name. They're straight in.
Yes. Well, yeah, Asha. I met Asha when I was last year.
Yeah.
And I followed her on Instagram. And
Yep.
yeah, like I've been following her process. Her tats are sick.
She's a great kid, great artist.
Yes.
She walked in here and asked me, she'd given up. It was the last shop she was trying. She tattooed at home, believe it or not, on her own.
Okay.
Really?
And I saw the potential in her and her lovely little meek and mild demeanour, and excellent with the customers. And used to work the desk first for a year or so. We made her just hang around to make sure she's serious. But guys like Spud working, Dynamic, Trevor McStay working there.
Yes.
Spud did 10 years with me.
Okay.
I think he's been at Dynamic for nearly 10 years now, maybe.
Wow.
And so there's many of them around. I put Jeff Rhodes' first tattoo on him when he was a kid in Rockingham. He's from my town.
Crazy.
Quite a few tattooers come out of Rockingham, believe it or not.
Yeah.
Even old Duke Brown's retired down there. His family was from there. Yes, Rockingham for some reason. Little England, about 20 miles south of here.
Okay.
I still live there.
Oh, you live in Rockingham?
Yeah, I still live there, but lived there all my life. I used to work before the circus sideshows, or after, sorry, when I'd given that up, I worked the steelworks, VHP, rolling steel. So I had a first little tattoo shop when I was working the steelworks. As soon as I started making more money in a day or two in the shop, I gave up the steelworks and just concentrated on the shops.
Okay.
So I had 2 or 3 shops in Rockingham over the years as well. And that's a hard town. Ask anyone in Perth about Rockingham, they just roll their eyes.
Really?
Yeah?
Yeah.
Holy.
Yeah, but anyway, out of Brisbane, born in Brisbane, born and raised in Camp Hill and then Mount Gravatt,
Yep.
and lived there till I was about 9, I think. But we're always, my folks were from West Australia. We were just travelling at the time, so.
Crazy.
Because so you're born in Brisbane, and when did you move back to WA?
About when I was about 9, but
Okay.
I think I told you there before, it wasn't on recording there, that as a youngster, my father worked for Queensland Country Life newspaper, would do the royal shows there with him every year, and the brick pavilion for Queensland Country Life was right next to Billy Phillips's tattoo tent. This is probably 1968, 69 maybe. And Vietnam War was in full swing, and Billy was just tattooing uniformed Aussies ready to ship out to Vietnam.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of
I was the coffee boy, and then it never left me. The whole tattooing thing never left me from that time.
Yep. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's interesting. Like a lot of the older guys we talked to, they were introduced to tattooing through like I know Les Bowen's first introduction was through like a tent, like a circus tent
Circus
tattooer.
tents, yeah.
It's funny because let's say, for example, in today's day and age, if there was a circus tent tattooer,
Yep.
we'd probably all like shun them. We'd be like,
Shun them, yep.
Oh my God,
No,
like
yeah.
what the hell are they doing? That's not clean.
Not so. Well, in my book there, I've got photos of me called Dirt Floor Days in my campus tents tattooing.
Okay.
It's labelled Dirt Floor Days.
Crazy.
I used to have a raw light bulb above me, canvas wall, 6 design sheets, no colour, black only.
How many sheets of flash would you have?
Oh, in them days, I'd put 6 up with about 5 or 6 designs on each. You didn't want to be mucking around too much.
No.
And bit ruthless back then. If the guy hummed and hard too much, I'd go next. You haven't got time to be wasting it. Like, I don't know whether you go through the syndrome in Queensland of drawing a butterfly for the girl, and 4 butterfly laters that you've drawn. She likes the first one that you drew. So
Yes.
there's an hour gone. Is that a thing around the world, or is it just here that happens?
Yeah.
Every now and then you get
Every
those
now and
people.
again you get
yeah.
Yeah.
We're pretty lucky though.
Bob Thornton was ruthless like that. He was a pleasure to work with. Back in the day, we'd get fads onto Black Panthers. You wouldn't do any for months, and then be back on the Panthers or the Dragons. Or Bob would be sick of doing them, and they'd come in, want a Black Panther. He'd go, "Oh, we've run out of Black Panthers, mate. Well, we've got a Viking," and they'd go, "Oh yeah, all right." And I tried it. Bob was a bit senior to me as a young bloke. I said to a bloke, "Oh, we've run out of Black Panthers, mate." He went, "Fuck off, mate. What are you doing?" So it didn't work. I didn't try that one again. I just did a Black Panther when they asked for it. Right?
That's so good.
But
That's funny.
Bob was an absolute master at clients' social minds. He was switched on. He just knew everything about as they'd walk in. And Bob would be funny. He'd smell a rat bag. He'd tattoo all day. Real busy artist. And they'd walk in all day and he'd never look at them. But if it was a rat bag, and they wouldn't have had to say a word, he'd give me the look. And they'd be a rat bag. They would be drunk or drugged out or...
Yeah.
Bob could feel their aura.
Yeah.
He was amazing. Yeah,
Wow.
Yeah, he taught me so much. He taught me how to use a chair to get them out of the shop, otherwise you'll hurt your hand. Patted on the top, 4 pointy things, right? Jab them with, and just keep jabbing them till they're out the door.
No way.
Yeah, and like you said, you hold onto the soft cushion, right, side on, and he had it all worked out. And a broom, he'd get them with a broom too, and get the drunks out with the broom.
The broomstick.
He'd
Go on.
prop them up. It was a commercial broom, the big wooden ones you sweep bitumen with. He'd prop them up with undercuts, and so they wouldn't fall over. And as they were getting out the door, the big one would send them flying on the footpath.
Yeah, his technique down
And then
everything.
he'd technique, and he goes, "Don't hurt your hands, and go and finish the tattoo."
Yeah.
And
Yeah. We got to preserve our hands,
Yes.
you know?
Bob he'd love him. Oh, and he had a memory like an elephant.
Yeah.
Yeah, Bob was incarcerated in the 60s, 70s, 80s and 90s.
Holy.
A quick story about Bob here. To get into the tattoo world, which you couldn't back then, remembering Topsy Carr, the worst man that prison screw. So Topsy Carr was in jail here. It was the late 60s.
Yeah.
Bob had himself put into jail, into Fremantle jail, to be with Topsy, to learn how to tattoo, and sorted his first machines out from Topsy Carr. Now, Fremantle jail has got a notorious reputation to this day. It's been shut for 20 years or more. Terrible place. They hung 54 people there, executions, and many others were just killed anyway, pedophiles and the rest. They just killed them straight off. I remember reading letters to the editor of a grandmother thanking the population of Fremantle prison, just serving justice that their family could never over their little granddaughter or whatever happened. But they just killed the bloke in first day. Boom, there you go.
Yes.
So Bob had himself put into this notorious jail to meet He knew Topsy, to be with Topsy, to learn with Topsy, and to line some gear up when Topsy got out. And that's how Bob got his start into tattooing. About 1968, 69 he started. He did 3 or 4 months, just deliberately had himself put in there to learn tattoo. Now that's keen, mate.
Yeah.
That's keen.
That's
right?
commitment.
That's
Holy.
commitment, right?
What did he do to get put in prison? Do you know?
Oh, just be minor stuff. No, it's just minor stuff.
Yeah.
And no love lost. Bob hated authority and they hated him, so he'd get maximum. And back in the day here, you'd get jail for anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, they don't. Now they never get jail.
Yeah.
But back then you'd get jail for just stupid things, 3 months, 4 months, you know.
Sure.
It was strict. At the end of the English era, that jail was, we were a penal colony here.
Okay.
And a lot of that was still, that attitudes were still around in the 60s.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, but Bob, great guy, just a great man.
That's unreal because he has painted some of his own tattoos inside a cell as well.
He's got cells there that are on the National Historic List, and
Yeah.
He'd paint. I'd get to the studio around the corner there. He'd be up all night. It'd be a brand new full painting there by the morning.
Crazy.
He'd be up there all night painting.
Yeah, we want to go check out his cell.
Yeah, you got to book in. But I know we tattoo some of the archaeologists from Fremantle.
Oh, really?
I could get Daniel. You'd have to do it. You're too busy, aren't you?
We're flat out.
Yeah, I could ring Daniel now and get him. Yeah, he could get you in there. Usually you got to book it. It's part of the art exhibitions there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Bob's got some beautiful paintings there and that.
Yeah. It was like we were talking to Pete, and he said some of his like tattoos that he put on Bob.
Yep.
Were like painted in there.
Yep, I remember getting the Indians on the back. Pete did on Bob's back. All the Indians squatting over a campfire with a bird on his finger and bison and
Yeah.
The skin in the window. Bob did the bison. Did you see the guy's leg skin, the grey one?
Yeah, I was looking at
so
that.
So the coloured one was done by Take It to the Max Chater.
Yep.
In the 70s. And the bison and the Indians bow and arrow, that was one of Bob's.
Oh, really?
On the other side of his leg, yeah.
Was it just a photograph of it?
No, his skin's in the front window.
I was looking at that.
Actual tattooed skin.
Yeah,
I wasn't
tattooed
sure if
skin.
it was actual skin.
Yeah,
or not.
I took that to a tattoo show in Sydney once, and I didn't want to lose it. And the guy's name was his surname was Holt. He lost a motorcycle accident, and the leg was never any good. It had to come off because he was lopsided, and so now he can walk well with a proper prosthetic, right? But the way it was, when it's shorter than the other, you end up in a wheelchair. You can't walk.
Yeah.
So anyway, we got that. They wouldn't give him the skin, and then we explained to him that it was his skin, and you're allowed to take it home, which you are. You just have to fight the hospital a little bit, and so you use a rabbit tanning kit, and you leave the last chemical off, and there you go, and it's like pig skin.
Holy.
Unreal.
Yeah. So I was taking it to Sydney on an aeroplane next to me, framed as it is, because we didn't want to lose it in luggage or you know what had happened to it. Someone had, look at that.
Yeah.
And we won Best Nostalgic Tattoo because of Max's and Bob's, right?
Yeah.
And I'm flying back and I thought, the guy that owns this leg is in WA and I'm in Victoria. That's a big leg. Big gap, right?
Yeah.
And we won it. Yeah, so
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Wow.
All the airline hostesses were oohing and ahhing and all, and actual people on the plane were coming to have a look at it.
Yeah.
It was incredible.
I didn't see it, but I'll take some
It's in the
photographs.
it's in the window.
And I'll include in the video for everyone watching our YouTube.
Yeah, it's in the window. I'll get it out for you.
Unreal. Can't wait.
Yeah.
Dude, yeah, I saw it.
Damn.
I saw it when we were waiting outside. I wasn't sure if it was actual skin or not, but
Yep.
that's crazy.
What a cool thing to have, Ricky.
Yeah, he kept it for years, the guy that owned it, and then he was moving on. I think he's in Hobart now or Tassie, and he just said, look, best here with you. So he gave me his leg. I think I gave him $200 for it or something like that.
Oh, really?
He wanted $200, so I'd give him $200.
Yeah, sure, mate.
Sure, leg, but here you go, mate. I'll buy your leg off you.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Speaking of body parts, I was working Hindley Street, Adelaide. I worked Hindley Street for a year, 1978 to 79, in the original Four Roses.
Oh, you're
Oh,
joking.
really?
The Four Roses come after me, and Ross Rogers, Ross McAlpine,
Yes.
Nathan Wild, that's all his trading names. So I worked with Ross. Ross come to WA in 77, and he worked my little shop in Rockingham when I went to work for Danny and Bev Robinson.
Okay.
Really?
Yes, I worked there in William. I worked Flinders Street for a while, but didn't like that setup. Vaughan Griffiths, Kevin Coppin, Shaky Bill, they're all past now, I think.
Okay.
Oh, Vaughan might still be alive. Anyway, I ended up going to work for Danny and Bev Robinson, and that's where I learnt to tattoo. I'd been tattooing 4 years, pretending I was tattooing until I got to work with the Robbos. That was a bit of a hard task.
Yes.
I remember sitting down for my first... I went to get tattooed by Danny, and I didn't say I tattooed, but I was pretty well tattooed like I am now at 17, and he said, at the end of he put a lovely koi on my ear, and at the end of the session he goes, oh, do you tattoo? And I said, well, a little bit. The master, right?
Of course.
And he goes, Spider Webb, Chris Higgins or Huggins, whichever one it is. had just left working for Danny and Bev.
Okay.
I took over from him.
Oh,
He said, come in tomorrow. First tattoo that walks in, you can do. Still at the same shop. Kenny Mack's got it, I think.
Okay.
Ken, not the same Mack as the convention guy.
yeah.
And he's still got it, still next to Rifle Club in
Okay.
Williamstown. And so anyway, lo and behold, you can guess what it was. It was a bloody score's head, an Indian score's head. Oh. Pretty one, big, lip size. This is my tester tattoo. And you go, oh, geez, we're going to fuck this up somehow. Surely. You get one eyelash wrong and that's all you can see is the wrong eyelash, isn't it? You
100%.
can't see the rest of the prettiness, right?
100%.
Anyway, pulled it off. And anyway, got the job. Stayed there about 2 years
Okay.
and learnt to tattoo there DC. I was AC before that.
Okay.
I used all... Billy Finesse made my first 4 machines for me.
Yeah.
$50 a piece.
Holy.
Have you still got them?
I've still got one. They got stolen in Melbourne.
Oh,
Got one back 25 years later. They're deeply engraved underneath
Yeah.
with my name. I got one back about 25 years later.
Okay.
A guy's wandered into W Ink around the corner here,
Yeah.
the original W Ink,
Yeah.
I might add. And a guy's come in and asked for Ricky Luder. And I thought, oh, he's a big, burly-looking fella, right? I didn't know him. Tattooed and Melbourne boy, debt collector
Ah.
for the baddies, right? He
Sure.
goes, and I go, yep, that's me. And he goes, this is yours. And threw my machine down, one of the machines, confiscated at some druggo house in St Kilda or Elwood next to St Kilda.
Yeah.
And confiscated it there. He reckons, just some dopey junkies had it, so I just grabbed it. And he said he had friends in the tattoo scene. Said, "Oh, Rick's in the West." He thought he come to the West to visit his mother,
Okay.
and bought it back for me.
What a good bloke.
Good bloke. Give him $25.
Okay.
It's 25 years. I give him $25, which was like $100 now, I suppose.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
Holy.
Yeah. So I got one back, and the other 3 are still out there. And I've told my 2 sons that work here with me to, I said, they won't surface till I'm gone, so just keep an eye out for them, you know.
Okay.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, they'll be up on eBay or something.
as soon as I'm gone, they'll come out in a glass cabinet
Yeah.
somewhere or some bloody thing like
For
that.
sure.
I did put a reward out for them once, but
Really?
never got a response.
Okay.
I've got an idea who's got them.
Yeah?
Yeah, but it's only an idea.
Yeah.
Okay. It's interesting that you brought up before that you had worked at the Four Roses.
Yeah,
because-
we started. Me and Ross formed, but it was just called Hindley Tattoo.
Okay.
And then I was there. I was only there for about just over a year and about 16 months, I think. And I come back to WA before 1980. I'd left Four Roses. I went to Adelaide for a weekend from Melbourne and stayed a year and a bit.
Sure.
Just
Yeah.
loved the place. Not much money there. Good weather, good food.
Yes.
It was great. Loved it. Hindley Street, raging.
Yeah.
People, we had things happening in Hindley Street you probably shouldn't even mention. But, you know, people put their boots up there getting tattoos and one night and die. Just pills with the go, barbiturates, rohypnol.
Sure.
It was out of control. Doctor's pills,
Crazy.
prescription pills.
Yeah.
A lot of ODs on Hindley Street and Rosina Alley up the side. But we had a guy die in the shop one night. Ross was tattooing, thank God.
Really?
Yeah, he just put his boots up. Bloke you get a lot of people from Darwin to Adelaide, where Perth you get Melbourne to Perth, but they go that way, up
Yep.
and down.
Straight down the
Yep.
guts.
And anyway, he's put his boots up full of pills. Just
Yeah.
passed away gently. And Ross looked at me and I said, mate, he's gone. And because Ross didn't notice I don't think we could have saved him anyway. But anyway, Ross goes, what do I do, mate? I said, well, I'd be finishing the tattoo,
Yeah.
bandaging him up, and we plumped him down the 3 steps out the back door of Hindley Street, left him in the alley. It wasn't even in the newspaper, mate. Never heard a thing about it.
You're joking.
But they were ODing there every weekend and wouldn't hear about it.
Unreal.
Nothing in the
No
paper.
way.
Yeah. Different days.
We spoke to Legs on the podcast.
Yeah.
And
Yep.
he spoke very heavily about like the Four Roses and sort of tattooing on Hindley Street. Now I was in Adelaide several months ago now, and we actually went and visited where the Four Roses used to be, and it's still a tattoo shop.
Yeah, it's the Lebanese one or whatever it is.
I'm not
It was
sure.
all Sanskrit writing last time I was there.
Oh, okay.
And me and my blonde, blue-eyed son and me were in there they weren't happy with us until they realised that I started the shop with Ross,
Okay.
1979,
Okay.
and yeah.
Yeah, it
And
was.
then they were very accepting of us, but the email address is all Sanskrit stuff and
Okay. Yeah, we when I went there, it was all sort of somewhat. It wasn't boarded up, but it was like it looked like it hadn't been.
ready for a war.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was.
Did it still have the big machine on the roof up there, or they took that down?
No, it's gone.
Because people were shot in that shop out the back and paralysed and everything, don't you?
Were they?
In the back room.
No way.
Well, a lot of old school tattoo shops have seen gun violence, haven't they?
Yeah.
They have. Over here we've had a few.
Yeah.
Holy.
A few of the old shops in Sydney and stuff, and there's bullet holes in the roof and the walls and stuff.
Yeah.
And they just leave it. They're just like,
Yeah, it's part of it. That's
don't patch
Bob
it up.
Roberts in was it Bob Roberts in East LA, and where they popped them through the door and he'd frame the bullet holes in the wall.
Yeah, Bob Roberts. Yeah, rest in peace.
Put a frame around them and leave them there. That was an accolade. Look,
Yeah.
we've been shot up and we lived.
100%.
Yeah, that's
Survived,
it. Yeah, rest in peace.
Rest in peace. Yeah.
Because that was a couple of years ago now. Bob Roberts isn't with us anymore.
No. Yep.
But yeah,
Yeah. It's
it's
interesting.
unreal. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
crazy. You put a frame around them. Yeah, I don't know. It's a different time, isn't it?
It's a different time. I just think some of the youngsters need to get a few more morals behind them if they want to survive. How are you supposed to stay a lifetime in this industry when you don't respect fellow artists and you know?
Or the people that have done it before you and the four.
So I understand that bits. What I've noticed, half the youngsters care about history, and the other half couldn't give a hoot. Couldn't
Yes.
give a hoot and Annie.
Yeah.
It's been suggested by newbies that have entered this town that I should do the industry a favour and get out of it.
Yeah.
Really?
I'll put that online.
Okay.
Just don't even know these people.
Sure.
Like to meet them one night in a dark alley somewhere. I'm telling you. Him and me.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, but this is just. But there's people in this industry here that I love and adore, and I've had friendships with for over 50 years, and
Yes.
solid as rocks. They bother to come and say hello, or 50 years ago, and your mates 50 years later. Yeah, but anyway,
Yeah.
that's life, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
is.
I just really fear for the way tattooing's going. There's got to be something's got to give here, tattooing the carcass has been picked over.
Sure.
It was in my book, which is I can't remember how long ago it was, 8-9 years or whatever it is. But on the last page, I say that tattooing is alive and well in WA and going great. Well, that's changed,
Sure.
and probably up until 5 years ago, tattooing had improved every year that I've ever been involved in it.
Okay.
And then it's just flatlined, and now it's just going the other way.
Yeah.
Population of artists, just too many.
Sure.
I've got mates in New York who reckons that I've told them how many artists are in Fremantle to our population, which is about 22,000 in and around Fremantle.
Yeah.
And they go, shit, you've got more tattooers there than New York City has per capita.
Yeah, for sure.
Truly,
It's crazy.
it's crazy. Fremantle's worse than anywhere. I don't know why.
Yeah.
I guess people probably want to live out here, and it attracts maybe like an artsy or like a person who's like wants an alternate lifestyle, and tattooing pulls them in that
Pulls
direction.
them in that direction, yeah.
So it's like a lot of people that I know from Fremantle, live in Fremantle, are like alternative.
Yep.
And so-
we love it.
Yeah.
We accept everybody. There's all sorts here.
Yes.
It's probably, the town has, there's a lot of famous potters here and that as well, even from World War II. A lot of them escaping Nazi persecution. Artists from Europe come to Fremantle.
Really?
Italian ones, Greek ones, right? Because all their relatives were here anyway.
Yep.
But they
Sure.
come out here. I can't remember his name. There's a famous potter that come here for World War II.
Not Harry Potter.
No, not Harry. Not Harry, but yeah,
I'm just kidding.
Yeah, I know. So we're an arty-farty place.
Yes.
And we sort of we love the fact that we don't care who you are. You can have two Eds, purple hair on one, orange on the other.
Yeah.
If you want a tattoo, we'll tattoo you.
Yeah.
Yes.
We don't care. As long as you're polite to us, same everywhere. As long as they're polite to us, we're polite to them.
Yeah.
It's all about respect.
All about mutual respect.
Yes.
And it's a scratch my back, I'll scratch your back world we live in.
100%.
Yeah.
And, you know, again, the client is the paramount of importance here. Whether they're right or wrong, and the old thing, you know, there's an old saying, the client's always right, except in the tattoo studio, right? They can be a little bit right, maybe, right? But we're right.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, at the end of the day, it's our name and
It's our
reputation.
thing. It's our thing. Yeah. Not often. Once a month, he had to tell someone the other day, mate, there's a tattoo shop down the road, go and see them.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, Rick's there, little Rick there, he don't put up with nonsense.
No.
He's been around tattoo shops all his life.
Sure.
And good people and idiots, and he gets rid of the idiots.
Sometimes it's easier to move them on.
Move
Yeah.
them on.
You can go elsewhere.
I used to tell them, maybe I'm not the guy to tattoo you, mate. The guy down the road, we used to have someone tattooing in Fremantle here that was horrible and hopeless, and he was so great. We'd send all the idiots to him. It was,
Of course. It's the only way. Send him the dregs that you don't want to do.
But he's passed away now, and he wasn't a bad fella. He was just useless at tattooing. Shouldn't have tattooed.
Sure.
A lot of some shouldn't. Some couldn't tattoo their way out of a wet paper bag. They'd still hook their needles somehow, wouldn't they?
Sure.
But yeah.
We just had our friend Sanchez.
Sanchez come here.
Yes.
He's great.
Yeah. He's a lovely fella, eh?
Yeah, Sanchez.
He came and did our podcast in
Did he?
Cairns.
Yeah.
And he showed the little tattoo that you did on him, the little swallow.
Did it heal up because he bleeds and spreads and
No, it healed up nicely.
Did it?
It was
Solid?
perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that little. I was looking at last night accidentally, that little film clip they did about me doing a swallow on my book, done
yeah.
with electricity.
Yes.
Have you seen that little? Have you seen that? It's a little video clip of me
No.
tattooing a full swallow. It was done by Bugsy and Adam for the release of the book.
Yes.
And it's in that tattoo history webpage.
Yes.
And there's Bev, there's two or three, Roger Ingard and me, Bev and someone else did a little film clips.
Yeah.
But that's a great one. It's got spooky carnival music. Have you heard that one of mine? It's great. Have a look at it.
Okay.
I
We'll,
looked at it last night and I really enjoyed it. You know have you seen it, what I'm on about? It's
I think so.
Great little video clip, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I just forgot all about last night. I was searching tattoo history for trying to find some more on Topsy Car, but there's nothing you can get.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Trying to prepare for today. It's
Yeah.
a bit about Topsy.
Okay.
But yeah, so those names you should try and look up there.
I will.
Yep.
Yeah.
100%.
It can be, tricky.
And car is C-A-R-R.
Okay.
I think. We think.
Yeah.
We'll find out.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll sort of look into it and
Yeah.
see what's up.
Got enough for you?
I think that's pretty much time.
Yeah.
That's done. I could chew your friggin' ears off for fucking hours, fellas. Anyway, see you, everyone.
Yeah.
Well,
we can tell.
yeah, thank you, Ricky,
Yeah,
for
no
having us
problems.
in your shop.
No
Yeah.
problems.
We
Enjoyed it. It's good.
Yeah. it
we're
was
very
lovely.
thankful to be here,
Yeah.
and yeah, I don't know, it's going to be awesome. I can't wait for the internet to hear this, and
Yeah.
I'm going to do a little bit of comprehensive editing, and we're going to
Yep.
air it online.
Yep. All right. No problems, fellas. Thank you.
Hell yeah.
All right, rats get fat. We're out.
See you next time.